We have not just one, but two Tyra Show daytime exclusives that you will not see on any other talk show. Now, back in the day in the past, we met transgender teens, and I remember one that was 13 years old by the name of Chris. Now, Chris is back with us today. Chris was born a girl named Julia, but felt he had no choice but to transition into the body of a boy and become a boy, because Chris says that he is truly a boy. But until today, we have never seen very young transgender children, 7 years old and 8 years old, barely in elementary school, who've already bravely have started living as the opposite gender. Now, take a look at this picture of a little boy named Joey at 5 years old. Joey is now a girl named Josie and is 8 years old now. Now, take a look at this picture of an adorable little girl named Kennedy at age 3. Now, look at this picture. She's now a little boy named Kennedy, kept the name, but changed the sex, and is 7 years old. First, check out 8-year-old Josie's story.
Oh, I know. Pink.
You always choose pink.
I know, but it's my favorite color.
It's hard to imagine Josie being any different. It's just normal for us.
These are my dress, and this is the one I wear. And I have some dolls, and this is what I'm gonna make soon. And I have a little pink. It's a pink bag.
Aside from the fact that Josie's transgender, she's not really all that different.
I have a bra.
What do you use your bra for?
For my boobs. I always been a girl.
Always, even when you were little?
Yep.
But you have a penis.
But it's just a birth defect.
She has her own idea of what femininity is. And she does pick up some things from me, but she's unique. She's very sure of who she is.
I have a bikini. And then I put this underneath so my birth defect doesn't show.
I want her to just have the normal joys of childhood. I don't want her to be burdened by the other things. You're beautiful, Josie.
Thanks.
8-year-old Josie's parents, Vanessa and Joseph, are with me now. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I was watching that, and I was just like so transfixed by the story. It seems so important in the tape for Josie to tell everybody that she's a girl, and she's so calm and matter-of-fact about it. Very matter-of-fact. How early did those conversations start?
Josie always was very sure of her feminine identity. She never really doubted it in any way or questioned it like we did. So she's always, her whole life, struggled to let us know that she is a girl.
Always. Now, I know you kind of played along a little bit, like when she was, what, 4 years old? She'd wrap her scarf like a skirt, and
yeah,
tell me about that.
Yes. She used to take my scarves that I'd wear around my neck and wrap them around her skirt, around her waist several times to get the skirt effect. And she'd come out all proud and look at me like, you know, with that anticipation in her face, waiting for the compliment that she looked so beautiful. And I'd tell her what a cute little girl she looked like. And she would get really upset. That would hurt her.
Because she would say, I don't look like a girl.
I am a girl.
And 4 years old.
At 4.
I know that you say when you look back, you feel like you were abusing her.
Absolutely. She would try in her little ways to let me know that she's a girl. She would try so hard to make that clear to me, but I didn't know how to listen. I didn't know how to hear what she was really saying. So I do feel like I abused her.
Did you ever punish her?
Not in that sense, but in a way I did, just simply by not listening, by not understanding her clarification that she is a girl.
Did you ever think that you had a son that was just gay, and showing signs of being gay early?
Right. I didn't know the word transgender. I didn't know how to interpret what I was seeing in my own child. So I tried to fit the incorrect labels on my daughter. And for a long time, I thought I had a gay son.
Yeah. That's what I would think. I would think, oh, my son is gay. Joseph, what about you as the father? Now, I can imagine, like, you know, you had a boy, and you were like, okay, I have my boy.
Well, like any other father, we had dreams, aspirations, and goals for our children, and all that went to the wayside when Josie was transforming. And it was a difficult time, and it was a mourning time for us. I was losing my son, and that's a real difficult thing. We were very close, and we're still close now, but it's a different kind of closeness. But that closeness I was losing for my son, and that was really, really hard. Everybody was dealing with it in their own way.
How were you dealing with it?
I wasn't. I went to work and did my thing. I was going through my normal routine, but it wasn't the same. I was just going through the emotions. And I'm watching Josie just kind of going through a phase, hoping that this would all go away, but it wasn't.
Were you angry?
Angry and sad. I wanted what's best for her, but I went through my mourning stage.
Did you ever shed tears over it?
Many times over.
Really? Can you think of one of the worst times when you shed tears over it?
Probably the first time I saw her, when we were taking pictures, and she was looking for like kind of a thumbs up kind of thing from me, because we had such a closeness. And when she was wearing that dress, she said, "Daddy, I want your acceptance from it." And then that was the point I let go of everything. It was like, my son is gone, and this is my daughter. And that was a really shed-tearing moment, because she wanted acceptance, and I finally gave her a thumbs up.
When did you feel comfortable saying she and not he? Because I noticed that you guys still say she when you talk about the times when Josie really physically looked like a boy. When did you make that switch?
For
To
me,
be
it
able
was
to say she.
that day we took those pictures. For me, it was the boy of Joey was gone, and Josie was here.
Do you ever slip sometimes and go, him?
No.
Never.
The first couple of months after we accepted that Josie's transgender, after we learned the word and everything, then we did. During those couple of months, we would slip, and she would correct us every time.
Every single time.
Every single time.
Now tell me how, with the neighbors, school, like, so mommy and daddy are supporting, but then there's school, there's the world. Your child has to live in the world. What
Right.
was it like at school, Mom?
We lived on an ultra-conservative military base overseas, so we were in a really far-right type community. The school was very unaccepting of Josie as a girl. When she first transitioned and went out the door and went to her first day of school as Josie in a skirt, the kids were pretty accepting, but they went home and told their parents, "Hey, Mommy, Josie is wearing a skirt. You know, Josie's a girl now." The parents, of course, didn't accept it as well as the children tend to, and it spread through the school like wildfire. They were signing petitions. It was really organized. They signed petitions to keep our daughter off campus. They had picket lines that we did cross. It was completely outrageous how they were planting hate in the hearts of these children against my daughter just for being herself.
And they would yell stuff like, this girl has a...
Girl with a penis. Dyke, bitch, queer, all kinds of names at this little girl.
And how old was she at that time?
She was just 6, not quite 6.
Wow. And one of the boys threw her scooter in the jungle?
These are older kids. These are like preteens, 12, 13 years old. They shoved her down on the sidewalk and wouldn't let her up and taunted her. And they threw her scooter in the jungle.
Did you feel helpless as her mom at that time?
It was really painful. It was difficult. My little girl just brushed herself off every day, went out there and did it again. She wasn't gonna be inhibited or hide who she is anymore.
Well, I think we'd like to meet this little girl, would we not? Everyone, please welcome Josie. Talk to you when we come back, okay? Very strong little girl you are. Been through a lot. We'll be right back.